Hey, 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 tubies, tubers, tuberinis. um, this is going to be the last video that I make for a while in my LOLgic video series. Quite frankly, I'm starting to get tired of the subject, and I'm sure everybody else is ready for me to move on to something else. And I definitely don't want to belabor the point, but I had this idea, and I thought I would toss this out there, an idea for a challenge to theists. Now, I got about 4 responses to this video in the form of video and text comments from theists. And it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it's 4 more than I've ever gotten in the past. So I thought it might be interesting to see if any of those people would like to take part in this challenge, or if they maybe know somebody that would like to take part in this challenge. I found it really interesting that all of the theist responses that I got to this video seemed to back up the Fifth Watcher's claim that because God can neither be proven nor disproven, that should give us a good reason to believe that he might be there. That's a good, logical, sound argument for his probable existence. All of the theists backed it up in one way or another. And that was kind of shocking to me because I've always seen that standpoint as being pretty ridiculous. And I'm not trying to be overly confrontational about that. But to be honest with you, I've always found that logical standpoint to be quite ridiculous. Of course, if something cannot be proven or disproven, you have to remain agnostic about it. But that doesn't mean that your skepticism isn't still strong. My skepticism is at 100% about God. I live my life assuming that he is not there, because I am 100% skeptical about his existence. I stop short of saying that he doesn't exist because he can't be disproven. Because I've not seen any conclusive evidence that he doesn't exist. But that doesn't mean that I don't have an extraordinarily healthy skepticism about his existence. And I see no reason to believe otherwise. I see no reason why anyone else would have any less than a very, very strong skepticism about the existence of God, having no proof for or against his existence. So here's what I would like to do. And, theists, if you know somebody that would like to take part in this, or even my atheist friends out there that subscribe, if you know somebody, if you know a theist that you think might be interested in this, please feel free to pass this around. I'd like to see some responses. So here's the challenge. If you are a theist that believes in that logic, that believes that because God can neither be proven nor disproven, that we ought to take the idea of God very seriously, that is a really good argument that he may exist. If you believe that, then what I want you to do is I want you to take that logical stance and apply it to something else. Apply it to any mythological creature that you've ever heard of or ever read about. Unicorns, leprechauns, fairies, dragons, Odin, or Osiris, Thor, any mythological being that you've ever read about or heard about in your life, take that logic and apply it. Because if that logic, in my mind, if that logic holds water, if that logic is a sound logical argument, then it should be applicable across the board to any number of things that have no proof or disproof of their existence. You should be able, if you're able to make that argument for God, you should be able to make that argument for unicorns or fairies or dragons. Here's my thinking on this. I think that a lot of theists find it really easy to use that particular logical fallacy, arguing for the existence of God, because they're obviously already predisposed to believing in God. They have a predisposition to believe in God, so it's very easy for them to overlook how fallacious that argument is and go ahead and make it for God. What I'm asking you to do is take something that you don't believe in, take something that you have a healthy skepticism about, but apply that logic to it. What I'm thinking is this, that if you really sit down and try and do this, and you can make a video response, a couple minutes, it doesn't have to be long, just lay out the logical stance and then tell us about what you're logically arguing for. Pick something, unicorns, anything. I want to know, if I leave for work tomorrow, if I should look down and make sure I don't trip over a leprechaun. Or I want to know the next time I'm walking backwards, if I should really look over my shoulder to make sure I don't get a unicorn horn in my ass. I want to know if I should really suspend some of my skepticism about the existence of those beings based on the fact that there is no proof or disproof of their existence. And I'm thinking that if a theist really sits down and tries to make this argument and takes it seriously, don't toss it off as a joke, sit down and really try, you might actually find yourself in the same skeptical headspace that atheists exist in when it comes to the existence of God. You might find yourself having a hard time making that argument because you think that unicorns are a pretty incredulous thing to believe in, and you think that that logic doesn't really apply to them. Anyway, I'm really interested to see what happens. So like I said, atheist friends, theist friends, if you've got somebody that you think might be interested in taking this challenge head on, please just shoot them a link to this video. Let them know about this video somehow, because I'd really like to get a few video comments and text comments about this. And I'd also like to take this opportunity real quick here at the end to thank the 20 or so subscribers that I've gained in the last couple of days. Welcome, guys and gals. Hope you enjoy the shit. Thanks a lot for the support. And yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for passing this along if you decide to do so. Peace.